What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are back with some more NCAA 06. That's right, the Indiana Hoosiers. We are back in action after losing in the Capital One Bowl to the Florida Gators. Definitely an up and down season. I can't wait to see what the offseason has in store, because this season I'm thinking, we're going to have a Heisman Trophy winner, we're going to go undefeated, we're going to have that national championship in our back pocket, and that just wasn't the case, all right? But the Big Ten, still one of the toughest conferences in college football today, and it proved that way for us this past season. But can we reload and get things going back in the right direction? Michigan beats up on USC. UCLA, they beat Pittsburgh in the Orange Bowl. Fiesta Bowl, Missouri versus Tennessee, and Missouri, they get the job done. Michigan State, they're going to fall to Florida State in the Nokia Sugar Bowl, which was the national championship game. When it comes to our budget, this is 100% the same. 35 for recruiting, 35 for training, and 30 discipline. Isaiah Stewart, he's going pro. Not necessarily a surprise there. Buchanan, I could see him going pro after the year that he had as well. Larkins, obviously, if you're a running back, get up out of college as fast as possible. No need to take those hits without getting, the big money of the NFL. And then Dan Adams, a little bit of a surprise. His overall, absolutely, 97 overall. He's been in college for 4 years. He redshirted, and then he sat behind Courtney Johnson for 2 years. And yeah, I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. His numbers wouldn't necessarily suggest that he was NFL ready. But hey, it's his choice. And now this program, if kids want to transfer, if kids want to go pro, we let them do that. All right, we're going to also be losing every single corner except for Neil Washington from last year's squad. McCoy is gone, Booker is gone, and Brian Walker, one of our tailbacks, is gone as well. So Parham, he is back. Right, he most likely will be our starter. We did have a bunch of running backs redshirting, and we're going to be trying to recruit some running backs this time around. Now, we got some decent pipeline stakes, right? Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, but we want to get California, and we want to get Florida. Don't know if we're going to be able to do that, because these are the guys that we're going after, right? We got the best quarterback. We got the best running back. They are all on our radar, and we are on their radar as well. So, hopefully we can get the job done. Again, we are now in a position where we do not have to rebuild. We do not lose guys to the NFL or to transfer and are shaken and stirred. No, we know exactly what we got. Now, the biggest question is, what is our team going to look like? Our guy that's slated to be the starter is a balanced quarterback, so he can run a little bit. Webb did not qualify. Cannon, he's coming. Miller, he's coming. So we got the number one tailback, and we got the number one quarterback coming to town, and we got the number one middle linebacker coming to town as well. It was a good recruiting class. We did not get everybody that we wanted. Dwight Lynch, I was going after him later on. I dropped some guys, and I was like, let me find somebody who we might have a shot at. We were in his top 5, so I threw the house at him a bunch of times, got into his top 3, but by then it was just too little, too late. But we did get some good corners, so I'm excited, man. Look at that. We got some solid corners coming, and we're going to be young in our secondary, at least at the cornerback spot. Free safety, strong safety, still solid. O-line is still solid. The biggest question is really going to be quarterback and receiving core. Our O-line, stupid good. I mean, stupid good. Right guard was an issue last year. Our right guard is now 90 overall plus. Hopefully, he can prove to be that guy. So we're probably going to look to run the ball a whole lot. I have not decided. Do we do old school triple option from, I'm not going wishbone or flex bone, but I will go like I formation a lot more, or like, weak eye, strong eye, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But as far as utilizing the option game, we might have to do that. Miller, he can run. His speed is up to 80. The guy slated to be our starter, his speed is up to 70. Most likely I will not redshirt Miller. I may redshirt the best running back in the nation come out of high school. You don't really do that too much, but I think that might be in the best interest of the squad moving forward. He also might play. I'm not quite sure. I have not decided just yet. We did have a top 10 recruiting class, which is solid. But again, speaking of our recruits, man, we got to figure out what we're going to do with this athlete. outside linebacker with 90 overall speed. I think that works. He could have been an 80 overall DN, 70 overall running back. I was like, let's go with outside linebacker because behind Henry at the right outside spot, it's kind of thin. So Jordan Anderson, 86 overall, 70 speed. I think he can run. He's balanced. Miller is also balanced as well. Parham, you see him right there, doing his thing. Number 1, 86 overall. We also got Mike Walker, 86 overall. Parham, he has 96 overall speed. So again, he is just like, wow, the things that he can do in the backfield position, I think is going to be good for us. But again, I'm thinking about utilizing the option more in this game. So like I was saying before, do we run it out of the shotgun formations, or do we run it out of the traditional I formation, strong I, weak I, so on and so forth? For today's college football and really high school football, even into the pros, shotgun is more used than ever before. And I'm okay with that. It's really not a big deal to me. The triple option, though, if you really want to utilize that triple option in this game, I do believe I formation, weak I, strong I formation, those are the best formations to use for the triple option. Of course, more traditionally, you would use the flex bone or the wishbone. In this game, I don't really think that those formations work that well. Even for the option attack, I really do think that if you have an athlete who's like a dual threat guy, like a Vince Young, shotgun was the best. But I think if you're trying to utilize a power game and maybe a receiving core isn't the greatest, then maybe I formation, 2 back sets under the center, that might work better. That might be more effective. So again, I'm trying to balance the two. I know this is an older game, but we are playing this game in 2022 where everybody spreads everything out and it's basically, a track meet, a fast break basketball game every single Saturday, and a lot on Friday nights too, if you do keep up with high school football. But again, I am not really tripping. I just want to make sure that we do the right thing because our O-line is absolutely filthy. Absolutely filthy O-line. Receiving core definitely took a step back without Isaiah Stewart. So I do think running the ball this year is going to be the way to go, and I think using the option. And I could just use a mixture of both. I could use out formation a little bit, shotgun a little bit. But again, I want to try to, a lot of teams that kind of run like the same things. Like the Niners are kind of under the center a lot. They do use a shotgun, But usually, if you're a spread team, you see them in the shotgun all day long, And if you're like a ground and pound team, back in the day, it was I formation, 2 backs under the center. Throw it to your best receiver when you have to, but run. So our schedule, pretty solid. You know how I do. I like competition. You know what I'm saying? I do not want any easy victories, and who knows what's going to happen this season. No Wisconsin on the schedule. Wisconsin is known for having big uglies up front, and in our D tackle situation, our D tackle might be actually the weakest of all the good groups because D line as a group is solid. D tackle though, a little bit lacking. So Cannon and Tally, whatever you want to call him, they both can get redshirted. I have not started this season yet. I have not played any games, so I may change that. I may have one of my freshman guys starting because I have speed. Not starting, but playing this season as maybe a kick returner, third down back, maybe put a package together for them. Not quite sure. Guards, again, we're beasting at guards because I let these guys sit. Okay, I let these guys sit a year to develop, okay? Center, Mitchell, absolute dog. Okay, just an absolute dog out there. Again, D tackle, maybe the weakest skill group of them all. Then you got Henry on the outside. Franklin, 90 speed. We're going to let him sit, learn the linebacker position just a little bit. We got Smith. Not going to redshirt him, I don't think. 80 overall, 80 speed. Again, I love rotating my linebackers in and out, but ultimately he will get redshirted. We just got too much talent in front of him to waste a year. Scott, not going to redshirt him because he's been on the squad for a long time. That John guy, he at strong safety, he is good, but he's probably going to be a nickelback, as you saw during the depth charts. He will be a nickelback. So in recruiting, heavy on the O-line, heavy on the D-line, receiver just a little bit, and that's basically it. I may go back because I haven't started week 1, so I could go back and change it. Maybe look for another dual threat style of quarterback. Because again, I think the option may be the way to go. I would, again, like I've already said, and I've probably been rambling, that I want to kind of stick with like an identity Do we use, the running backs, 2 running backs in each formation? Do we go with tight ends? Like how are we going to do this? And again, we could go multiple look, but I don't know. I feel like today's game, you usually have guys come out or teams come out in one thing the majority of the time, and then maybe sprinkling other things depending on how the game is going. So again, I will figure things out, but we will be optioning this thing out. We will be utilizing that option game, and I guess we're just going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I'm still thinking shotgun or I formation under center. But we're going to figure it out. Our first game is verse number 25, South Carolina. Hope to see y'all there. I may make some changes to who's redshirted or not, but hey, be on the lookout. Anyways, I'm up out here. Hope that the rest of the day is the best of your day. Peace, love. Hot sauce.